full of life now, compact, visible eye, 40 years old, the 83rd year of the States, to one, a century hence, or any number of centuries hence, to you, yet unborn, these, seeking you. When you read these, I that was visible and become invisible. Now it is you, compact, visible, realizing my poems, seeking me, fancying how happy you were if I could be with you and become your comrade. Be it as if I were with you. Be not too certain, but I am now with you. Hello, and welcome to Power in Poetry LGBTQ+ Pride Month edition. My name is Ole Kagan, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for LA County Library. The poem I just shared with you is titled Full of Life Now, and was written by one of America's most famous poets, the incomparable Walt Whitman. Born on Long Island in 1819 to working-class parents, Whitman only attended school formally until the age of 11, subsequently using resources available throughout New York City to further his education. After dropping out, he held jobs such as newspaper, apprentice, and teacher, which were the foundations of his literary career, since they allowed him to read widely. Walt Whitman published free verse poetry on topics such as freedom, life, nature, and democracy. His best-known work, the book Leaves of Grass, which he expanded and revised for nearly 40 years, is a cornerstone of American poetry. While Whitman's poetry and prose was generally well received during his lifetime, he didn't become a household name until after his passing in 1892. The following poem first appeared in the 1860 edition of Leaves of Grass. Here's These I Singing in Spring. These I singing in spring collect for lovers. For who but I should understand lovers and all their sorrow and joy? And who but I should be the poet of comrades? Collecting, I traverse the garden, the world, but soon I pass the gates, now along the pond side, now wading in a little, fearing not the wet, now by the post and rail fences where the old stones thrown there, picked from the fields, have accumulated. Wildflowers and vines and weeds come up through the stones and partly cover them. Beyond these, I pass. Far, far in the forest, before I think where I go. Solitary, smelling the earthly smell, stopping now and then in the silence. Alone, I had thought. Yet soon a troop gathers around me. Some walk by my side, some behind, some embrace my arms or neck. They, the spirits, dear friends, dead or alive, thicker they come, a great crowd, and I in the middle, collecting, dispensing, singing in spring. There I wander with them, plucking something for tokens, tossing towards whoever is near me. Here, lilac with a branch of pine. Here, out of my pocket, some moss which I pulled off a live oak in Florida as it hung trailing down. Here, some pinks and laurel leaves and a handful of sage. And here, what I now draw from the water, wading in the pond side. Oh, here I last saw him that tenderly loves me and returns again, never to separate from me. And this, oh, this shall henceforth be the token of comrades. This calamus root shall interchange it youths with each other. Let none render it back. and twigs of maple and a bunch of wild orange and chestnut and stems of currants and plum blows and the aromatic cedar. These I compassed around by a thick cloud of spirits, wandering, point to or touch as I pass or throw them loosely from me, indicating to each one what he shall have, giving something to each. But what I draw from the water by the pond side, that I reserve. I will give of it, but only to them that love as I myself am capable of loving. Thanks for watching this edition of Power and Poetry. Click the link in the description box for upcoming programs. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for easy access to new videos. Bye for now.